Ladies and gentlemen, look like YouTube is banning any videos that protest the lockdown. So this came out in the Daily Mail, April 29th, 2020. Critics blast YouTube for censorship for removing videos of doctors urging an end to coronavirus shutdowns because they disputed local health authorities. So they said those videos are now being censored by YouTube. The site took down the video of a news conference featuring doctors Dan Erickson and Arten Masisi, who run a private urgent care clinic in Bakersville, California on Monday because they claim it violated their user policy by disputing health officials. But the move has been blasted as censorship and worrying sign of big tech companies trying to control information during the pandemic and quashing free speech. You can forget about that. You can't even put G5 videos out. If you do that, that video gets banned immediately. So you can't even waste your time with that. Social media giants Facebook and Twitter are also coming under increasing scrutiny for removing posts that say contained health misinformation or calls to break stay-at-home orders. The hour-long video of Dr. Erickson suggests stay-at-home orders are damaging, drew a massive audience, garnering more than 5 million views before it was removed. Using test stats from their urgent care centers, they argued that the mortality rate for coronavirus, they're just trying to say that it's small. But I have to say, I don't agree with them. Without testing people, you don't know whether it's big or small. How do you know that? Not enough people in the country still have not been tested. And that, okay. And that lockdowns are disruptive to normal healthcare provisions and functioning of healthy immune systems and are devastating to the economy. So at the end of the day, it's always about money, y'all. The doctors always share anecdotes, which they say come from colleagues in hospitals claiming that there is pressure to add COVID-19 as a cause of death to unrelated fatalities to artificially boost the death toll. It is time to open back up. The scientist says it is. The models we've been using from predictions to predict the amount of disease are not accurate. Well, I mean, let's face it, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. This country never gives you accurate numbers. That's one thing. They've always played with numbers from the beginning. So in my opinion, that's not shocking. Tesla CEO Musk, an increasingly outspoken critic of lockdowns, shared a video on Twitter before it was taken down, adding the comment, "Docs make good points." This is censorship on what is arguably the most important media platform in the United States. Uh-huh. In a blistering these folks, I guess they're carrying their protest online and it's not going so well. They're being shut down on all these social media platforms, not just YouTube. In a blistering opening monologue on Tuesday night, Fox News host Tucker Carlson also railed against the ludicrous measures by big tech companies to control what they call misinformation, during the pandemic. When this is all over, it is likely we'll look back on this moment, what YouTube just did, as a turning point in the way we live in this country, a sharp break with 250 years of law and custom. Carlton said. Oh, you know what? Y'all act like this has only been a little over a month. Y'all act like you've been inconvenienced for a year. Sound like some whining to me. The doctor's video was produced by a local television station channel. It was, in fact, a mainstream news story, Carlson said. The only justification for taking it down was that the physicians on screen had reached different conclusions than the people currently in charge. Last week, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki told CNN anything that would go against World Health Organization recommendations would be a violation of our policies. Consider that for a moment, Carlson responded. As a matter of science, it is ludicrous. Like everyone else involved in global pandemic policy, the World Health Organization has been wrong in its recommendations. In January, the World Health Organization told us that coronavirus could not spread from person to person. In March, they told us that the face mask didn't work. Those are lies, and they were welcomed on Google's platform. Former CNN producer said his Fourth Watch Media newsletter that this was an egregious censorship effort and part of YouTube that should make all journalists concerned. He added YouTube can take down this video, of course, but should they? Absolutely not. These doctors weren't calling for people to cough on other citizens. They weren't even questioning whether injecting disinfectant might be a good idea. And y'all, you heard Trump say that. Do you know his supporters are denying it? And you hear him plain as day. Boy, woo, talk about desperation. So anyway, they were using data to suggest Sweden model uh, of eased lockdown may be effective. That's not damaging to the public to watch. So, these guys, they're butt sore because they put up a video. It got taken down by YouTube. And they're doing what they do best all through the centuries, whine when they don't get their way. Welcome to the club. Many of us have experienced videos get taken down and banned by YouTube. It ain't the first time, it won't be the last time. But the point is, you should address YouTube on that. But see, the CEO has a lot to do with many of these decisions. And look, initially, we couldn't even put up COVID-19 videos at all. And then when we could put them up, you can't put anything calling it a hoax. You can't put up anything talking about 5G. You can't apparently put anything up protesting the lockdown. So they have their policies in place on what you can and cannot do in regards to talking about COVID-19. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Many of us have been putting up with this long before COVID-19. Now you know what it feels like. It's amazing how these same high IQ people don't want their voices censored. But you notice they have no problem trying to come and censor us, though. That's why I always go to court. But y'all, please tell me what you think of YouTube shutting down all of these lockdown protester videos out here. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.